So in this example, we're going to add the polynomials 3x squared minus 6x minus 8 plus 4x squared minus 10x plus 5. The first thing we're going to do is remove the parentheses. Now there isn't anything in front of the first parentheses, so we can just take those off without thinking about it. There's nothing in front of them. Now there's a plus in front of this parentheses, which means we're going to remove the parentheses and keep each sign and keep the sign in front of these numbers exactly as it is. Now we're going to actually, if you like, throw that one away, and then we'll continue on with that. Well, the sign in front of the 4x squared, there is no sign directly in front of the 4x squared, but that means there's got to be a plus. So plus 4x squared minus 10x plus 5. Okay, so when we have a plus immediately in front of parentheses, we just remove the parentheses. Everything stays exactly as it is. Now what we want to do is we want to group like terms. Okay, we want to group like terms. There are different ways of doing this. You can indicate by some sort of a color code, so we can use orange for the x squared terms. We can use, let's say, green for the x terms. Okay, and we can use another color, let's say this light blue color, for the constants. Okay, the constants are the bits that don't have an x at all. Okay, so if we do it that way, then let's put the x squared terms together, and that gives you 3x squared plus 4x squared. Okay, now those are the x squared terms. The x terms, that's negative 6x, and remember, when we're putting pieces together, you have to include the sign in front of each term. So the 6x, we can't take 6x, we have to take negative 6x, because it had a negative in front of it. And then the other x term is the 10x, but it's negative 10x, so we need to make sure that's negative 10x. And then we'll move on to the ordinary regular numbers. First of those is negative 8, and then plus 5. Okay, so hopefully you understand that. Now, let's resolve each of these. So 3x squared plus 4x squared, remember, if it's x squared you're adding, then your answer is going to be x squared, so that's going to be 3 and 4 is 7x squared. Now, for the x's, again, they're both x's, so the answer is also going to be an x. Now, they have the same signs, so when you have the same signs, you add the numbers. So 10 and 6 is 16, but you keep the sign, okay? You always keep the sign. If the signs are the same, you always keep the sign, so that's actually going to be negative 16x. And then for the ordinary numbers, negative 8 plus 5, these two have different signs, so it's subtraction. Different signs are going to be subtraction, so it's going to be 5 from 8 is 3. And we're going to use the sign of the bigger number. Well, 8's bigger than 5, and 8 had a minus, so this is going to be minus. Now, there are no more like terms. We've got a 7x squared, we've got a negative 16x, we've got negative 3. There are no more like terms, so we're now just going to put those together. Okay, so 7x squared minus 16x minus 3. Now, for some of you who have done this before, this may seem ridiculously slow, but that's okay. If you want to do it a faster way, by, for instance, leaving out some of these intermediate lines, you can do that. You can go right from the start to the end if you want to. But if you're seeing these for the first time, or you're having trouble with them, or you haven't been getting them right in the past, do it this way. Group the like terms together, and resolve each pair of like terms, and then finally write your answer. Now, we don't go any further than this. We are finished here, okay? Because we don't have any more like terms. That means we're finished. Okay.